Hi, good evening friends. This is Manish Khandelwal. I am a mechanical engineer and the details of my experience are mentioned at the bottom of this slide. The name of this channel is Factory Forward TV. I have started posting presentations on travel also on this channel in addition to presentation on technical subjects. I am running one more channel as mentioned here by name Brainy Builders, and this channel is for kids studying in class 6th to class 8th. Today's topic is initial years for an engineer. The period I have referred is from just before passing out from engineering till next 5 to 6 years in service. Frankly speaking, most of the engineers, particularly those who are passing out from colleges other than IITs and NIITs, are not very particular for a specific company or area of work to start their career. They are open to opportunities from various sectors like manufacturing, IT, sales and marketing, etc. They actually prefer an immediate engagement. It may be due to their family compulsions or planning. Let's see some of the most popular options. First is operation and maintenance. This department is an important part of manufacturing sector. Engineers having fascination for equipment and or systems can enjoy working in operation and maintenance department. Working in this department can be beneficial to those who want to have practical knowledge early in their career. An engineer needs to work in various departments like production, quality, maintenance, PPC, supply chain management, etc. And as such has the opportunity to get deep understanding of equipment and systems. Problems analysis and finding solutions to equipment or system failures give a very rich experience. Another option can be consulting firms. Consulting firms work with wide range of clients, work on different projects and offer exposure in different sectors. Consulting firms also provide excellent opportunities for networking and professional connections and require engineers to apply their analytical and problem solving skills. Depending upon the work, there may be opportunities for domestic or international travel, which offers a chance to experience different culture and different environment. Post-graduation can also be an option. If an engineer wants to do specialization in his or her core engineering field, then post-graduation can be the answer. For example, a mechanical engineer wants to do specialization in thermal engineering or fluid mechanics or manufacturing engineering or structural engineering, then he can go for post-graduation. Post-graduation helps those engineers who want to pursue their career in R&D or research and development department. Help can be taken by doing post-graduation if an engineer wants to change his or her career path. For example, a mechanical engineer can do post-graduation in renewable energy and can enter in that field. In teaching line also, a doctorate degree after post-graduation may offer a better growth. Few engineers like to continue in their family business for various reasons. Then there are rising trends of engineers starting startups right from the beginning itself after taking some experience. Career in IT or AI or data analytic is seen as lucrative for engineers. There is a significant demand for professionals having skills in these sectors. There is a shortage of skilled profession in this area, which leads to high salary and additional perks to engineers. This also ensures rapid growth for engineers who are in this field. The branches commonly associated for IT, AI or data analytics are computer science and engineering, information technology, electronics and communication, software engineering, and electrical engineering. Engineers from other few branches may also go to these sectors after doing some bridge courses. And last option can be in sales and marketing. An engineer in sales and marketing can have several advantages. A person in this area has to build strong relationships with clients, colleagues. Working in marketing improves problem-solving skills, analytical skills, and interpersonal skills. It is important to recognize that marketing job may require skills beyond your engineering background, like strong communication skills, negotiation ability, a customer-centric mindset. These things are essential for a successful person in sales and marketing. There are certain difficulties which a person faces during the initial interviews. In this slide, I have tried to touch upon those difficulties and advices against them. Let me specify here that this slide is for those who are opting for job immediately after passing out. The first difficulty they face is that they have very limited or no experience of either facing interview or working in a company. But this is a fact and no one should get nervous about it. No sensible company expects of fresh engineers to have maturity of an experienced engineer. However, if anyone had the chance of working in an office or industrial atmosphere before, then having an idea of company's various functions or some best practices is expected. Second and very important point is with regard to the training, project and internship done during the degree program. One should be thorough on project or internship he or she has done during the degree program. Answers on questions on internship or project reflect your attitude and sincerity towards work. It is very important for everyone to be very clear on the project and internship they have done. There are several cases that this part of the degree is taken very casually and the engineers face a lot of difficulties when the questions are asked on these. One needs to understand the difference between college atmosphere and atmosphere in office. The interview with casual attire or not being polite during the interview score huge negative points. Don't be rude or try to dodge during interviews. Otherwise, you may not get selected despite doing good on technical matters. You should be careful when asked about your favorite subject during the engineering. Many interviewers ask about this and then they ask few questions on your favorite subject. It is expected that your answer on your favorite subject would be appropriate. One should always do SWOT analysis on oneself. It is expected that an engineer should be knowing his or her strengths and weaknesses at least S and W. It is recommended that this question is well prepared before appearing in interview. Next point is difficulties due to communication. I would like to stress here that not knowing English language is not the only reason for communication problem which many of us think. One needs to be very careful when listening the question from the interviewer. If there is any lack of clarity on the question, you should ask the interviewer to repeat the question or make you understand the question correctly. Answers to questions which have not been understood correctly would be wrong. Not knowing fluent English is no disqualification. If a person is not comfortable speaking English, particularly in North India, then you can ask the interviewer in the beginning itself to have conversation in Hindi. Similarly, a person from West Bengal can request a conversation in Bengali if so required. Be mindful of your facial expression and body language too. The next point is for those who are already in job and they want to shift. You should be having very valid reasons to leave a company and joining other. During the initial period, many engineers switch over a bit faster than they do later in their career. Switching a job for money is no demerit. But blaming the culture or policies of the company you are serving is not recommended to be told to the interviewers. You should always gather as much information as possible about the company you are going to give the interview. Many times the interviewers tell about their company, but if you know about them, their products, various units they have, size of the company, etc., then it leaves a very good impression on the interviewer. If in a company you have not been selected despite satisfactory interview, then it is recommended to know the reason for it. It is not difficult if this has happened during the campus interview. You may always contact the placement department of your college to know the reason. This is to make correction in your future interviews. And the last is exaggeration during the interview. This is generally not advisable. It is surely important to tell about your skill, accomplishments, but it should be done with humility. You need to show yourself as a team man. Let me once again emphasize here that industries want a person who believes in teamwork. Below can be few difficulties for initial placement. First is not having many companies coming to your institute for taking campus interview for the students studying in final year. This makes the job searching more challenging. With the limited companies coming for campus interview, the competition becomes stiffer as higher number of students compete for limited number of positions. As a result, few may accept a job with some compromise in desperation. When I say compromise, that means low salary or different profile than what he or she always dreamt of. Another constraint in getting a job can be the quality of education one has received. This is true for those who have done their engineering from low-ranked engineering colleges. Many private players have opened engineering colleges and of course have played a significant role in providing technical education to aspiring students who could not clear IIT or AIEEE or UPTU, etc. But inadequate staff and lack of infrastructure in these institutes have brought down the quality level of the education. The students who have passed out from these institutes may have some lacuna in their technical knowledge. This may, however, be compensated by the students regularly and sincerely studying during the whole course of 4 years. Then one shall always get the comments and advices from his family or friend, particularly when he or she is not in job. And the advices can be: start your business, go for higher studies, do some bridge course to be suitable for some other line, try to go abroad. And the worst can be, try option other than technical, like appear in bank exams or go for some trading company. After passing out, few opt for higher studies just to remain engaged, as there is no other option available to them. This is a fact. However, few go for further studies as their first choice. In India, GATE, Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering, is the most repeated examination. The exam primarily tests the understanding of subjects studied during engineering. GATE exam is conducted every year for admissions to postgraduate and doctorate level at IIT and NITs. The GATE score is also used by blue chip public sectors unit to recruit engineers like Indian Oils or GAIL or Hindustan Petroleum. This exam does require a solid knowledge on technical subjects studied during past 4 years or during engineering program. My strong opinion is that if one is serious about post-graduation and has future plans accordingly, then it may not be a bad idea to exclusively prepare for it for 1 year and then give the examination next year. Those who can afford can try some foreign university as well, particularly US University, for doing MS. There is no necessity for experience for doing MTech or MS. For MS, you will have to pass TOEFL and then score good marks in GRE. But this is not the end. After that, you will have to appear for interview to get the university of your choice. Many universities and institutes offering MBA program prefer candidates to have minimum 3 to 5 years of work experience. Reputed MBA colleges in India are IIMs, ISB, XLRI, etc. There are many good universities in US offering MBA degree. For MBA degree in US, you have to qualify GMAT, you have to score good marks in GMAT and give a good essay to the university, and after that the interview is conducted. But one has to consider the cost factor before opting for doing MS or MBA from outside country. An engineer learns many things after completion of degree, particularly when he starts working in one or the other organization. The first thing he learns is to have a better dress sense. While in college, normally not much attention is given to dress sense. Time has to be given utmost importance. A person has to report of his own time on all working days, unless he is out of office on official duty. Then breaks for lunch or tea has to be taken on fixed timings. unless stuck, of course, in some work. One needs to adhere to the company's protocols and work ethics throughout his or her service period. Initially, sometime one may feel a bit uncomfortable, but then it becomes a habit as there is no other go. This is very important. One has to stick to company's protocol and work ethics. When you start a job, you find an opportunity to apply theoretical knowledge you have gained during your studies to practical situation. Then good companies organize trainings for their staff on regular basis for their professional development. One must attend these trainings for skill development. One should not be sticking to only one area when it comes to gaining knowledge through trainings. For example, a person in production should learn the basics of quality control or PPC or maintenance, etc. Knowing about interrelated activities are very, very important. The things are not really clear when we study it during our engineering course. But when we are in job, we actually see the working of various departments. Those in operation must learn the various 7QC tools and its application. They should also learn importance of productivity, calculation of OEE, overall equipment efficiency. And then it is in the interest of the company and individual both to be a part of company's continual improvement activities. A person learns about the HR policies by reading the HR manual or through his colleagues in the organization. In interaction, it is suggested to develop a habit of reliance only on company's channel for accurate information on policies, etc. It is very common sight to see that a fresh engineer is being fed incorrect things about the company. This makes the person uncomfortable and he starts looking for a change. It is my personal experience that engineers joining private sectors change their job very frequently during the initial period. And one of the reasons is getting frustrated, believing wrong things about the company they are working. It is recommended not to believe unsubstantiated things. Very, very important this is. Few other things. Then one needs to learn to meet the deadlines. You need to respect and accept changes made in the policies by the company. Then don't be shy of learning things from seniors or even junior colleagues. You have to develop an open mind from the initial step itself and keep analyzing your strength and weakness from time to time. This is very important. Then don't boast your good work and let others say good about you. Don't boast yourself. Friends, once you complete your graduation, there can be different scenarios. One is if you have opted for doing entrepreneurship or starting your startup or going for further studies, then actions would be different. Based on the decision you have taken, you will be taking the action. But if you have decided to go for a job, then whether you have got a job or not, if no, then friends, you need to fine tune your resume. You have to see what is going wrong. You need to talk to your seniors or mentors and take their advices. You may also consider to go for PG and secure good percentile next year. As I said before also that you can do PG by appearing in GATE graduate aptitude test in engineering. Based on the percentile, many blue chip public sectors are recruiting the engineers. So you have a chance here. So this is also a good idea. And in PG, you get some money. Another important thing is that you can broaden your network. Use social platforms like LinkedIn. I'm sure many of you are in LinkedIn. Then you may join some volunteer work if available. You may not be getting money, but you will be getting exposure and experience here. And very important thing is that you need to stay positive. Don't lower your shoulders. And of course, if you have got a job, then you need to analyze it. If it is okay, fine. If it is not okay and you have got offer from some other company, then you need to weigh the current job versus the offer you have got. And you can weigh your job on these parameters. One is the growth prospects. You can give highest percentage, highest weightage, 30%. Compensation you are getting, 20%. I'll explain slightly more in the next slide. Then work-life balance, you can give 15% weightage because you are young. If you are 15, 20 years later, around 40 years, then yes, I will give more weightage to this. Then company's atmosphere. If it is positive, good, people are nice, then of course you can give higher weightage to it. Then the location, from the place you want to live. If the current company is far, you can give lower mark. And if the company you have been selected, if that is near to that, of course you will be giving higher percentage of that. And then job security, 10%. Normally in private sectors, you can always say it is very difficult to tell, but you can always say that it is 50-50% job security when it comes to. Yes, if it is a public sector or some government organization, you can always give full marks, 10%. For decision making, the weightage can be decided as under. Idea I have given only for growth prospects. Remaining you can choose, you may decide at your end. See, for example, growth prospects, the highest is 30%. So what a person can do, if he sees that few persons got 3 promotions in last 5 years, but generally 2 promotions in 5 years, then he should give full marks to that company. But if he sees that only 2 promotions have been given to everybody in last 5 years, then you need to give 25%. And if 1 promotion at least has been given to all, then you should give 20% weightage. And if it is not fixed, somebody is getting promotion, somebody is not, then you need to give 10% weightage. You need to give this weightage to your existing company. You need to talk to people in the proposed company and then give the marks. Salary also, you can give total weightage is 20%. For example, you choose, okay, in your current company, you give 10%. So for every 10%, you can give 1% weightage here. For example, you are getting 100 rupees here. You are offered 110 here. So 10% increase, so you will give 11 here. Then work-life balance. If normally you are going on time, but at least week to 10 days, you are getting delayed. Say 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Or sometimes you are called midnight also. Then you need to give lesser mark here. Say 50% only. And new companies, if this is not the scenario, only once in a while, once in blue moon you are staying back, then you can give more, or vice versa. Then company's culture, how the people are. These figures I have put. This is just assumed figures. Then location. Similarly, job security, because as I said, in private sectors it is very difficult to say. So you can give 5 points to both. And if the total is so close, 57 and 59, then you need to think. If it is 10% difference of 10% or so, you can easily say, okay, I will go. But if it is so close, you have to think whether you should make change or not. As I said below, this is not a thumb rule and just an idea. You can put one or more criteria also here if you wish so. Applicable only during initial few years, otherwise the weightage will change. Weightage to be revised as per individual choice. Sometimes you may say, location is more important for me. I need to give it 30. Please give it 30. This is just an idea. Based on your actual situation, you can give the weightage. But you should have some scientific way of making a decision. This is what actually I wanted to say. So thanks, friends. This is the end of the presentation on initial few years of an engineer. As I kept mentioning that the contents in this presentation are totally based on my experience in different companies or sectors, which includes central and state government, public sectors, and private sectors. Please do not hesitate to contact me for any question or clarity. I shall continue to post such presentations along with presentations on technical subjects and travel. You may subscribe my channel to have an immediate access to all my presentations. Thank you.